Hey there, this is Stacy Phillips, and this is my video log for Friday, June 20th, 2014. Today I wanted to take a few moments and talk about the difference between interest versus commitment. And I wanted to apply it to my own journey because I usually find that the lessons that I can learn, I've run the whole spectrum from being a class 4 super obese individual for most of my adult life to now being a healthy BMI and being really a fit and healthy woman. And so I've gone through all of these phases of interest versus commitment, what it meant in my own life, how I applied it, what the differences were, what it meant for me in my daily actions. So 4 years ago, when I became committed, when I made a fundamental commitment and a fundamental decision to bring optimal health into my life, at the time I was a class 4 super obese individual. I weighed 272 pounds. And I actually had a cane that I used occasionally because my knees hurt so much with all the excess weight I was carrying. As a matter of fact, at that time I was actually 5'2.5" because my spine, having been compressed from so many years of being so overweight, had so much weight on it. It was kind of living in a permanently compressed state. So I had actually lost an inch of my genetic, natural height potential. Which I found out after I lost the weight and I, measured myself and I'm 5'3.5". Go figure. But prior to finding Take Shape for Life and prior to becoming a certified health coach myself and my whole lifestyle having changed as a result of all that, that's my son whistling, by the way. I had always been interested in health, and I'd always been interested in nutrition, and I'd always been interested in healthy lifestyles. And the key word there was interest. I would research everything. I would look at plans and look at pros and cons and read success stories and, wish if that could be me, hope that someday that could be me writing a success story, but never really committing to a plan of action with intentional daily action, repeated daily over time to get me to where I wanted to go. I had never committed to doing that and followed through on it, which would include transition and maintenance in our program. So as you can see behind me, I have stacked up. The stack starts down there, as you can see, and down there. And I have stacked up. I just did a quick view of my library out here, and I just pulled off all the books that I have gotten in the past, all the methods that I've researched, and that does not even include my bookmarks and my computer. And so through my adult life, I'm 44 years old now, and until I was about 39, 40, I had always been interested in healthy lifestyles. And again, researched them, seen the pros and cons, maybe seen too many cons of one particular one, so I wouldn't start it. Or maybe I would start it, but the daily action that I needed to take started to get boring for me. Have you ever thought this? Have you ever felt this? Whether you're on our current plan or not, the difference between being interested in something and committed to something basically goes like this. I'm super interested in something. I'm super excited about it. I'm like, this is it. I'm going to do it. I buy the books. The plan comes. Everything comes. I'm so excited. I'm finally going to change something. I'm hopeful. I'm optimistic. I'm full of, this is just like the fascination stage of a new relationship. And open up the box. I take everything out and this, again, this interest level can even apply to our plan because say the products arrive and you're so excited, you're optimistic, you can make a change, someone has done it, or you've seen my videos or another health coach's videos, and you just know that you can do this. You just know that you can. So the box comes, you open it up, you read the guide, the materials for how you're going to eat and drink, really, for the next however many months it's going to take you. And you start. Woohoo! Day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, day 5, day 6, day 7. You're getting great results. You're getting fantastic results. Now, I'm talking specifically about our plan right now because I can't vouch for any of these back here. I just, The only thing I can vouch for them is that I probably, if I tried them for like 2 days. Um, so, but our plans say you're on it, you're cruising, you're going well, and all of a sudden, right around maybe the end of week 2, um, you have an event coming up. You've got a wedding reception to go to, or you've got a family reunion, or you're going on a 3-day road trip. And all of a sudden, things get a little difficult. How am I going to do this? How am I going to continue my eating plan? How am I going to make sure nobody knows that I'm doing this? I haven't, not comfortable about telling anybody yet that I'm on a special program. They'll ask me all sorts of questions, and so you keep it under the radar, and you go through your day, you go through your event, and somebody puts a plate of something in front of you, and you don't want to feel awkward, so you eat it. Boom, there goes your day. That's interest. Or it's Friday night rolls around. It's 4 p.m. You're headed home from work, and something shifts in your mind. Tell me if this ever happened to you. Something just shifts, and it's the weekend, and you're not structured, and all of a sudden your weekday routine is gone. You're into the weekend, and you don't like structure on the weekend. You don't really like the restrictions that eating a certain way to obtain a certain result is going to put on your weekend. I mean, you've got parties to go to, you've got clubs to go to, you've got social functions to attend. Just getting through your day and taking care of your kids on the weekends. I mean, you don't know where you're going to go. You don't know where you're going to be every 2.5 to 3 hours when you're supposed to have one of your meal replacements. So you don't. That's interest. Interest versus commitment. Commitment necessarily, if you look up the definition of commitment in the dictionary, one of the definitions is a necessary or a certain restriction on your freedoms. Now, we don't like restrictions on our freedoms, do we? We don't like to be told what to do or when. We kind of like to just be unencumbered, and if we have restrictions placed on it, even if it's ourselves placing that restriction because we have a certain plan to follow, and even if it's ourselves putting the restrictions on us, we don't really like that, and we kind of shirk it a little bit, and we loosen up, and we change our daily actions based on the fact that we don't want to be restricted, and there goes the weekend. That's back to interest. That's not commitment. So what does it take to make a fundamental decision for optimal health and become optimally healthy? It takes the commitment to do the daily actions necessary to attain your goal. So if you look at me now and you look at me 4 years ago, there's quite a bit of difference that 150 pounds makes. This is the result of commitment, of making a commitment to a healthy lifestyle, and then doing the work every day to honor that commitment that I made to myself. So that's really the nuts and bolts of interest versus commitment. So let me ask you, are you interested in attaining optimal health? If so, I certainly have a book recommendation for you. It's not any of these. It's this one. That's the one I recommend because this is the one that for me had all the answers in it. I could have put these in the trash compactor. I guess I could. No, landfill maybe. But this one, I will never be doing that because that is the method that I used. So, are you interested? Then research the heck out of it. Research the heck out of anything. Excuse me. And don't act. That's interest. Or act for a couple days. Or act for a week until it loses its luster and you see something more shiny on the horizon that you want to switch horses and try that. But let me ask you, have you ever been fully committed to a process or a plan to attain optimal health? I'm here to tell you that no matter what you've done in the past, you can be. You can be fully committed and make a commitment to yourself to pursue optimal health and start today down that path and on that action. And add up those days and allow for the passage of time, and you can have the results that you're looking for. So my name is Stacy Phillips. I'm a certified health coach with Take Shape for Life, and my email is mycoachstacy@gmail.com. That's mycoachstacy@gmail.com. Contact me, and we can get you on the path to optimal health. Little disclaimer here: if you are already in Take Shape for Life, if you already do have a health coach or have had a health coach, reconnect with your current health coach because they do not accept transfer clients. So new clients only, contact me, or any of my existing clients. I would love to hear from you. If you have put your plans for optimal health on hold and would like to re-engage the process, I am here for you. You know my number, so give me a call or email me and let me know that you'd like to get it back on the path. Have a great rest of your day and happy weekend. Bye-bye.